Welcome back to Tampa Bay Right Now. For those of you just tuning in, viewer discretion is advised as the content may be too sensitive for some of our viewers. Joining me now are Diana Grandmason from the Florida Coalition Against Human Trafficking and State Outreach Coordinator Giselle Rodriguez. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
Diana, let's start with you first. I know you're a survivor of human trafficking. Can you tell us your story?
Yes. Basically, I went through a divorce and lost my firm in 2006, at which time I worked for 2 years in the adult entertainment industry in Los Angeles, California. Since that time, I've become an activist working to bring awareness to sex trafficking in the porn industry, sharing the information I gathered while working there. Mm-hmm. I train law enforcement, politicians, nonprofit organizations, and religious groups on the secrets that the sex traffickers in the porn industry use, and bringing awareness to also the societal issues that are connected to the access, the free access, mm-hmm. and increasing access of pornography on the internet.
And I know that you said the secrets that they used. Would you say that sometimes people don't even know that they're getting wrapped up in this and it just kind of happens too fast?
Absolutely. I was 47 and a businesswoman,
wow.
and they tricked me. So it can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
And you figure if it can happen to me, who, you know, was, like I said, 47 years mm-hmm. old and a businesswoman, you look at the young girls, the teen girls, and the young women that get in there, and they have no idea what they're getting involved in.
Right. And so, Giselle, how did you meet Diana?
Goodness, it was several years ago, and I remember opening up my email, checking my email, and received an email from Diana, and I could tell that she was definitely in distress. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I did was I went ahead and reached out to her and said, you know, I'd like to meet with you. And I'm glad that she did. Yeah. And I know that there's a lot of things that were going in her life, and I'll definitely let her share that part. And once I met her, I listened to her story, and all the elements for or to be able to prove human trafficking were present in her story. Mm-hmm. So at that time, the Florida Coalition Against Human Trafficking decided to assist her, and we're very proud of everything that she's doing at this point. And believe me, from the moment I met her to now, she's a completely different woman.
And so I'm sure a lot of that is thanks to the Florida Coalition and Giselle.
Absolutely.
What would you like to say about that? How did it change your life?
Well, they saved my life. Mm-hmm. I was actually contemplating suicide at the time that I sent that email out. I sent it out to 5 different women's groups, and Giselle was the only one who answered.
Wow.
And she saved my life that day. I mean, I was a wreck. I have been, for the last 5 years, I've been stalked. Mm-hmm. And they've contacted all my family and, you know, terrorized my life. And I really didn't see a future. And it's thanks to Giselle and FCAT, they showed me that there are a lot of people out there that care and understand what I went through and are there to help support and rebuild your life.
Giselle, do you see stories like this often? Do you have, you know, women who have come out and are now making something of themselves and helping prevent this from happening again?
Absolutely. The Florida Coalition Against Human Trafficking has been in existence since 2004. Our founder has been around since 1999, and we have been able to assist hundreds of people who not only were forced into the commercial sex industry, but we've also assisted men and women that were forced into labor trafficking scenarios. And I can tell you, the people that I have assisted, whether they're sex trafficking or labor trafficking victims or even domestic servitude, I'm still able to keep in touch with them. I've been able to assist graduations, weddings. Mm-hmm. The founder of the organization, Anna Rodriguez, has gone or has assisted in numerous births. You know, she's been a birthing coach for some of our clients, and they do become part of our family. So it's amazing to be able to see all the success stories. And like I said, when the victims are first referred to our program, it's very disheartening because they're broken. Mm-hmm. And to be able to witness them becoming a survivor and really an overcomer, really that's what keeps us going, because it is the issue of human trafficking is heartbreaking.
Right.
And it's hard to imagine that human beings can treat other human beings as property. So being able to see success stories such as Diana and the numerous clients that we've assisted is amazing.
And what's startling to me is how often it's happening, because I feel like it's not really, out there in the media so much. So it is heartbreaking, but we don't hear about it so much. So then when I'm talking to you here, I'm like, oh, it just hits you that much harder that this is happening every day to, regular people that maybe have gotten wrapped up in something they can't get out of now. So Diana, what would be your advice to women in order to stay away from this, to not become a victim?
Well, I mean, our whole society needs to change the way that they look at it. They look at porn as just, innocent entertainment.
Right.
And it's not. There's a lot of sex trafficking and a lot of abuse that goes on in there. That's one of the things that I advocate for, is for workers' right. It is a legal industry, and we need to be enforcing the laws and protecting the people that work there. And when there's crimes going on, and nobody's talking about it, you hear connections between sex trafficking and porn, but you don't hear sex trafficking in porn. And that's, women need to know about that. They need to know that, there are men out there that will take advantage of you, that are setting you up. The recruiters, they romance the girls. They build you up. One of your other guests talked about the Stockholm Syndrome, the grooming and trauma bonding that goes on to get the girls involved and get them inside is just, it's insane what it really is, the way that they do it. And you have no idea in the midst that you're going through this. It was through the help of Giselle, understanding what happened to me. Right. I mean, I know something happened and it's not right, it's evil, but I didn't know how to describe it. And, she's the one who showed me the information on trafficking, and I went, this is exactly what happened.
Wow.
So people need to know.
And Giselle, if there's someone out there watching who is going through the same situation, is it as simple as sending you an email? What are the ways that they can contact to get help that they need?
Absolutely. We've received phone calls. We've received emails. There is a national human trafficking hotline, so if you're an adult involved in human trafficking, and again, whether you're a male, female, if you're from a different country or a U.S. citizen, it does not matter. That national hotline is there to assist. And believe me, we've gotten phone calls through the national hotline at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm there to respond. And we've been able to assist many people in escaping their captors in that situation. And then, of course, if it's a child, contacting the abuse hotline is very helpful as well, too.
Well, first and foremost, thank you for all that you do and for being there at 3 in the morning so that, these women, these men, these children can reach out to you. And it's obvious that you've impacted people's lives, you've saved lives, and congratulations to you for all the success that you have. And thank you both for being here.
Thank you for
shedding
having
light,
us.
as I said, on this subject that I think is really kept in the dark too much.
Unfortunately, it is, yes.
Thank you. Coming up next, we'll be joined by two guests who wrote the book on criminal investigation of sex trafficking in America. Stay right there.